My name is Jaida Im. I'm the founder and executive director of Freedom House. The first time that I heard about human trafficking in United States, in California, was when I attended a church that I registered for, and they said, oh my God, it's happening here, right here on our own backyard. And I was like blown away by that, because I thought only it existed in third world parts, Eastern European, maybe Southeast Asia, but I had no idea that it was happening here and that it was actually San Francisco Bay Area is a hub. So that just really gripped my attention and my heart. And so I started to research. I started to follow like different abolitionist movements and see what I could do. And then discover that this was my passion. And this is where I needed to go towards. And so that's sort of how I began. What do I do as one person? What are the needs in regards to human trafficking? And so I got invited to this anti-human trafficking human rights forum, and that was February of 2009. And that's where like hundreds of people were there, FBI agents, law enforcement, social workers, NGOs, whoever was passionate about fighting against human trafficking. And so, all the speakers were there, everybody saying, yeah, there's a huge problem here, there's a huge need. And then one thing just prior to that, by the way, I forgot to mention, is that as I was seeking and praying, there was a vision of establishing a shelter. But at that time, I didn't know for what population. Well, get this. So in that event, one of the speakers clearly made an announcement stating the fact that there are no shelter for specifically dedicated to serving human trafficking survivors. So even if they're rescued, even if they escape from the perpetrator, they didn't have a good network of support. So what happens is that they are lost in this vicious cycle of re-exploitation and cycle of abuse. And so that's when the light bulb just went on and said, oh my gosh, this is it. And I was so convicted by that. And I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I came home and I sat my husband down and said, honey, you're making a lot of money because we're gonna buy a shelter. We're gonna have to make a lot of money because we're gonna buy a shelter. And that's how we began the process of looking for a shelter, because there is a need, a huge need, there are. And that's how myself and my husband is fighting against this heinous crime, giving that hope and restoration and new life to the survivors who are hopeless.